What's up, guys? Welcome back. This is Fat Guy Sports Talk. Thank you for joining us once again. As always, I am Aaron, joined by
TJ.
I am Tyler.
I'm Grant.
No one cares, Grant.
Yeah, nobody ever does.
I'm
just trying to sit here, watch my bowl games, and get shit on for it.
I know, and he has to come in here while we're disturbing his Slaughterfest.
Hey, they're only down 14 right now.
They scored in like 5 seconds.
Yeah,
I know.
And I'm a Notre Dame fan.
I know.
I do not expect them to win this
I pretty
game.
much hate this entire bowl game and its existence right now.
As a Notre Dame fan, I don't think they deserve to be in the playoff. So
no, I don't know what other team would go in there, but
Texas A&M.
Well, they threw Ohio State in, so why not throw anyone in?
Yeah, Texas A&M, Cincinnati. Yeah, one of those two should have at least get
literally the way the season was. Just throw any team in. Just have
pretty
fun.
much.
It should have been 8.
Throw TCU in for fun.
Who did I message you guys yesterday?
Right.
Was that Mississippi State was 3-7 and got a bowl game?
Yeah.
Since when whatever. But
throw in the playoffs. Who cares?
Yeah. We are not here to talk about college football right now. It is the last week of the NFL regular season, and we are going to get into that and give our picks and get into some more stuff after that. But before we do, let me recap last week's picks. Coming in fourth with 5 out of 16 games right.
I'm number 1.
Coming in third with 8 out of 16 was Grant. Second with 10 out of 16 was Tyler.
Damn.
And
you won back-to-back, huh?
11 out of 16.
By 1.
Yeah, boy.
He won by 1 the week before against me, too.
Yep.
So weird that the commissioner, the one that keeps the score wins. It's just
Cincinnati.
It's strange like that.
It's right here. The Cincinnati-Houston game is what locked it up. You all picked Houston, and I picked Cincinnati. So.
Oh, I don't think that's right. I don't think. I think he's making this up, man.
I write them down as we go. So.
Yeah.
Some baby bullshit.
You have paper, and you can do it again if you want.
I like we always
accuse people of cheating. I would take the time out to do that.
No, you're pretty lazy. No, he's lazy. He won.
All right. So a lot of games this week are kind of meaningless, but there are quite a few that have some huge implications as far as the playoffs starting next week. So we'll try and discuss what can or can't happen when we get to those games. But once again, we'll just kind of go down the list here. Starting off, we have Miami traveling to Buffalo. Buffalo already locked up a spot. Miami, you're still fighting for that wild card, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So the Dolphins are in if they win, or a Baltimore loss, or a Cleveland loss, or an Indianapolis loss.
Yeah, there's a clusterfuck there at the end of that. The AFC is a bunch of 10-5 teams. Yeah,
I think Miami's going to get in just because one of the other teams are going to lose. One of those 3 are going to lose.
Does Miami have to win and then those teams lose?
No, it's either they win
or any.
Miami's getting in. Lose. I don't think they're beating Buffalo, but
it doesn't matter.
Depends on who's playing.
They don't have Fitzpatrick to come in and save the day.
Fitzpatrick is out due to COVID, so it's probably going to be Tua. But is Buffalo playing Matt Barkley?
Buffalo's not playing for anything.
Yeah. I haven't heard that they're benching anyone.
I don't know. I mean, if Matt Barkley plays, I'll take Miami without a doubt.
It does say here that they may bench their starters against Miami. So
I'm saying Miami's going to win it.
I'm going to go Miami too.
Yeah, I'll go Miami.
I'll go Buffalo.
Hey, it's new TJ.
Yeah. Okay. So we are on the Miami train for that game. All right, Baltimore at Cincinnati. Baltimore, one of those other teams that needs to win to help their chances. Grant, you just said a Baltimore loss helps Miami.
Yeah, so the Ravens are in if they win, or Cleveland or Indianapolis lose.
Okay.
I think
Baltimore's not losing this game. So
yeah, I highly doubt that too.
I'm taking Cincy.
Why?
They're on a hot streak. They won 2
exactly.
in a row. Yeah.
Okay.
I am going to take Baltimore though. They're playing
I'll eat my words
since
he wins this, but I don't see a chance in hell.
Yeah.
We didn't see a chance of them beating Steelers either.
True.
That's true.
I'm going Baltimore.
Yeah. I mean,
three
you
Baltimore,
got it.
one Cincy.
Cincinnati's hot, but you got to. I mean, you got to give it to the team that is playing for something, rather than. Don't
And
get me wrong.
also, like,
Why?
Lamar
The Jets
Jackson
won
is-
2 in a row. You don't have to give anything to the team.
The
that's been
Jets
playing for
are
so long.
fucking retarded.
Like,
Yeah, but I mean, if you look at Lamar Jackson, and you guys know I don't like Lamar Jackson. I don't think he's a good quarterback. I think he's a good running back that gets the ball every play. He's a lot harder to contain than Ben Roethlisberger. So,
True.
And their passing
know if
game
he
has
can
seemed
do
to
it.
get a little stronger in the last couple of weeks too, as well.
hey, let me pick an underdog this week, okay?
Go right
Hey,
ahead, man.
Sorry.
That's your choice. So, but it's our choice if we want to rip on you for it. So, and then luckily staying in that division here, Pittsburgh goes to Cleveland. Dude, Cleveland can miss the playoffs if they lose this game. A 10-win Cleveland team can still miss the playoffs. They went
If
from
they
last
lose,
week
is there
potentially
any way they
playing
can get
for the
in?
division to now this week potentially playing.
Do they
Out of the
have
playoffs.
to win to make it in?
Yeah,
So-
well, Grant,
It's
what's the odds?
So the Browns are in if they win or Indianapolis lose or Tennessee loss plus Baltimore win plus Indianapolis win plus Miami win.
So all they need is Indianapolis to lose or a win, and they're in.
Yep.
Yeah,
Pretty much,
much.
I'm
Yeah.
saying they win this game.
Steelers?
No, Browns do.
I'm
Browns win.
going
No, I'm
Browns
saying the
too.
Browns are playing the Steelers, right?
Yeah.
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 Just
Mason Rudolph is playing a quarterback for the Steelers. this week,
exactly.
too. Yeah.
Mason
Here-
Rudolph's
here's my
playing.
thing
It's
about
that
this.
revenge game between Miles Garrett and Mason Rudolph.
Hopefully we see somebody throw a helmet again.
Right.
Um,
One can only
so,
hope.
I don't know. This game is hard for me because Cleveland is a better team, in my opinion, than Pittsburgh. The problem is that Cleveland cannot play well against divisional teams. I don't know why.
They
I don't
really
know what's
can't.
going on with it, but they are not doing well against the division. So they also really haven't stuck it to too many high-end teams. But Pittsburgh is probably the worst, best-rated team in the NFL. So I'm going to go Cleveland.
What have I been saying though the last so many weeks? Pittsburgh is tired, and
They're tired, and they don't. The whole year,
Yeah.
even when they weren't tired, they didn't play anyone good.
right,
Their
yeah.
offense was not good.
They had a.
Um,
It's a back end heavy schedule for them, and it's hurting them bad.
is Cleveland getting their receiving core back this week? Because remember last week they had 5 guys out.
I think they're all coming back this week.
Okay. Yeah, it's in Cleveland. I gotta go Cleveland on this one too.
I'm going Cleveland.
Right, Cleveland across the board, which is
TJ,
something I never
did
thought
you-
I'd hear.
I went
TJ, did you
Cleveland.
say? Okay.
So I never thought I'd
Alrighty.
hear it. Cleveland across the board. Fucking weird times. guys.
Alrighty.
Which
Absolutely.
is a strange game for us to go all across the board on. These are two like
Right?
10+ win teams
Um,
playing, and it's a divisional game. We're all like, yeah, Cleveland's going to walk away with this game. It's fine.
Yeah. We
I
all
don't
took-
think they're gonna walk away with it. I just I
It's gonna be a
think
close game. I hope it rains. It's gonna be a true like AFC
No,
game.
it snows.
It's gonna like rain or snow.
Right.
It's Cleveland. It's gonna fucking hail. I don't fucking know.
I just want to
It'll
see
It'll rain shit from the sky for all I know. It's Cleveland.
since Miles
Right.
Garrett is all good guy now. I
Is
just
he?
want to see he's Man of the Year nominee for the Browns. I just want to
Doesn't
see
mean he's a good
Mason
guy.
Rudolph rip
There's
his
lots of
helmet
good
off and hit him in the head with it.
And then see Miles Garrett just stand there and take it like a boss.
Yeah.
I want to see Miles Garrett throw Mason Rudolph through the goalposts.
That'd be cool too. All right. Next on the docket here, this is an absolutely meaningless game besides draft position. Minnesota travels to Detroit. Not much to talk about here.
Detroit's gonna do their good thing. And they're gonna lose.
other than Dalvin Cook not being out, his dad passed away, so that sucks.
Yeah.
But,
So T's and
condolences
P's,
to his
as
family.
Pat McAfee says. T's and P's.
yeah.
I think Matt Stafford is done with Detroit, man. Did you see when that fumble happened last week and he just took his helmet off and walked off the field? Like,
Dude,
he was done. I don't think Matt
There's
Stafford
been
wants to be
reports
one
that
of
he
these.
wants out of there or that they're gonna move on with him, and I think he wants out
Yeah.
of there too. Like
I do
It's
too.
about
Yeah.
time. He deserves
If I'm
it.
Matt Stafford and I'm hearing reports of my team not wanting to be done with me, I'm looking at you and going, "Fuck you, buddy!" Like
Right.
I'm the only reason you haven't had multiple 0-16 seasons.
No,
You
if
got-
I was Matt Stafford, I would be like, "Thank you, let me go."
Yeah,
Yeah.
the problem
He
is I
deserves
don't know
it
who
so
wants
bad.
to take up that kind of contract because yes, he does still have, I believe, 2 more years left on his contract. It's averaging to about 27 million a year. If you're looking for a top end quarterback, you're not going to pay probably less than that because I think Kirk Cousins is at 21 to 25 million a year.
Kirk
Stafford
Cousins is
will
at
pay more than
29
Kirk
million a
Cousins.
year.
Is he? So yeah, you could
Matt
get
Stafford's
an elite
contract
quarterback
now is
for
an
less
average
than
quarterback
Kirk Cousins.
contract.
Yeah.
So I think you got to go get Kirk or Matt Stafford. There's a couple teams that could use him too. I mean, pretty much
Do you
all
see
the top 10 teams
Jacksonville's
could use him.
young receiving core down there with Matt Stafford
My
and
problem
that
is like,
breakout running back.
Yeah,
I don't
but
think
they're gonna
Jacksonville
have the
would
number
use
one
him,
team.
and I don't think Matthew Stafford would go play for them.
Mhm.
Matthew Stafford has just played his whole career in Detroit. He wants to go somewhere that can win.
Right.
Hey, it's
What
nice to
about New
vacation down
England?
there.
It is. I could see him going to like Colorado
What about New
or
England?
to Denver.
True,
I
he
could
could
see
go
him
to.
going to New England.
Ooh,
Yeah.
I don't like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't like that either. But like, part of me is also like, yeah, really should.
The
Good.
thing is, like, New England is a much better team than they played this year. They are missing a lot of starters on the defensive side of the ball.
Yeah.
They had a
offensive
lot
line.
exactly. They had a lot of people sit out,
Yeah.
and they tanked pretty much for a decent pick.
Before we
And
get
next year's the year we have to worry about. But I'm taking Minnesota with this game.
okay,
You
there
could
we
see
go.
Matt Stafford go to a team like the 49ers.
That too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm
I'm
looking
also
for,
gonna
like,
go
mid-level teams that
Minnesota.
could use that. And yeah, there's a couple teams out there that he could go to and probably elevate him to playoff contention. Patriots are one of them, like you had just said. The 49ers are another one. You're looking at Las Vegas potentially, but I think Stafford and Carr are pretty interchangeable.
Mm.
And then
yeah.
the Broncos.
Who do you pick for this game though? Minnesota, Detroit.
I'm picking Minnesota.
Oh, you did?
Minnesota.
Yeah,
Grant.
Lions.
Yep.
You're-
Grant
Lions.
never picks Minnesota. So
Yeah.
yeah, what if Minnesota reaches the Super Bowl one year? And like you
It's been fun knowing you
and,
guys.
and you
but-
know like they're the favorite. Like
Who's AFC playing? Who's is
Well,
is it
like
the
at-
say
Patriots?
say it was 1998
Jets.
and Minnesota reached the Super Bowl. Would you still put money on the Broncos?
Yeah,
Well, yeah,
I
it's-
would have went Minnesota that
easily.
year.
Easily would have gone Broncos that year.
Not a chance. Minnesota.
Minnesota that year was amazing.
15-1, yeah.
Apparently not that great because they lost to the team that lost to the Broncos. So
Yeah, because of a missed field goal, pretty much. But
they
that's
still lost.
that's yeah,
to
they
the
did. They did.
Broncos.
Hey, the only miss that year.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So all right, moving on. Another meaningless game besides draft position: the Jets and the Patriots.
The winning streak Jets.
Yeah,
Fuck it.
That's
Jets,
unbelievable.
Jets, Jets,
This is
Jets.
hard because like the Patriots should win this game,
No, fuck this.
Right.
I'm taking
but the
Jets.
Patriots are bad.
Jets, 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 Jets.
I'm going Jets too, just so I could, say one time
I
this
don't know
year I
if I
picked
can
them.
do it.
Yeah, I'm going Patriots.
I gotta
man.
go Patriots, too. I'll go with that.
Here's the
Belichick's
thing,
just
like-
gonna be quarterback. He's like, fuck it, I'm playing quarterback this week.
The Jets have just fucked up so much shit for themselves this season. Why
Dude.
not fucking win one more game?
The Jets
more
are
Jets?
proof. The Jets this season are proof that tanking in the NFL just can't happen. Like
I don't know if it is. I don't know if Adam Gase was wanting to tank. I think Adam Gase realized if his only chance at keeping a head coaching job, maybe not with the Jets, but with any team, is going to be he has to win out.
okay,
Yeah.
then he would have been fired if the.
I don't
if-
think so because at that
Yeah,
point,
I'm
what
sure.
do you do at that point? Who are you bringing in that's any better on that coaching staff? Your only real candidate is Greg Williams, and are you really putting Bountygate in charge of your team?
It's true.
I mean, if you're going to be tanking, what does it matter? Just throw in an interim. Fucking do the
It's not
popular
that
move now of just moving your special teams coordinator up there and just literally having your offensive coordinator and defensive coordinator playing the calls and
Yeah.
tell
I
them
mean, you
what
could.
they're doing.
I don't. There's a reason they didn't fire Adam Gase when they went 0-6 and 0-12 and 0-13 and whatever the hell it was.
Because he's
Yeah,
coming
the
back
Jets-
next year.
I honestly
spite
there's a
Aaron.
chance he comes back next year with them keeping him this long. It makes no sense for them to go into the offseason and be like, we're letting Adam Gase go. Why? Why now? Why
Yeah.
not do it? when you
Because
have-
they realized none of their interns were worth it anyway.
yeah.
Yeah.
They're gonna have to. I think their entire coaching staff is getting fired after this season. To be honest,
Probably, because they already fired the general manager, right? Yeah,
think so.
it's
And
big-
defensive coordinator.
Yeah, it's going to be a massive overhaul there. All right, so next game here, potential playoff implications here. Dallas travels to the Giants. The winner of this game, combined with a Washington loss, would be the NFC East champion and make the playoffs. If I'm thinking correctly here,
I'm going Dallas.
I'm going Dallas too. They're playing good right now.
Is Daniel Jones back?
I think he is.
I don't think it matters.
Yeah.
I think they're better
Guaranteed.
with Colt McCoy than they are with Daniel Jones. So
Grant, TJ, you both said Dallas, right?
Yeah, I'm going Dallas. I didn't say it. I don't know how you figured out that. Yeah, but
because it's either that or the Giants.
I'm going
Tyler-
Giants.
Tyler's going Giants. All New York this week. Jets and Giants for Tyler. So
know.
moving on here. Atlanta travels to Tampa Bay. Tampa Bay already locked into the playoffs. So this is just, draft position game for Atlanta, I guess. Do you see Atlanta beating Tampa Bay,
No.
considering they blew that lead?
Oh, you're silly. Why are you
No.
asking this question? We're all gonna go with Tampa Bay here.
Yeah,
Yep. It's
that's
all
what I
Tampa.
figured.
Grant, am I wrong? Are you going Atlanta?
So Grant, Tampa Bay or Atlanta?
Tampa.
Tampa. Okay. As we figured. All right. All righty, boys. Biggest game of the week in these parts. A win, and they're in. Green Bay travels to Chicago. What do we got
I'm
here?
sorry.
Is this
I'm
obvious?
sorry.
I'm taking my Bears. I gotta go with my Bears here. So
Well, Aaron's not gonna win this week because we're all going Green Bay.
Wasn't it
We
6
need to
weeks ago?
talk about
Aaron
it.
was like, "Oh, the Bears just need a tank."
Right.
yeah, I hate being this diehard of a fan because future me wants the best for this team, but right now it's like, fuck it, let's make the playoffs. Why not? Who cares?
Future you wants what's best, but the team doesn't want
Here's
what's
the
best.
thing, things are clicking. I still think Ryan Pace needs to go, but I mean, if as
Hasn't
Matt,
Trubisky
as
put up
Matt
over 30
Nagy
points each
steps,
week?
yeah, this is the first time since 1967 that the Bears have put up 30 plus points in 3 consecutive weeks. As Matt Nagy starts to take a further step back from calling plays on this team and just stays in that leadership role, success comes. Bill Lazor's figuring out how to call plays. They're getting John DeFilippo to work with Trubisky more, and it's been showing. Yeah, he did have a really bad interception last week, but that third quarter was the best third quarter they've played all year. And it
Look
was
at
against
all
a
the
shitty
hope.
Jacksonville team, though.
Yeah, but
Look at all that hope when you guys are going to get fucking lit up. The only
know.
way you guys can win this game is if they bench Aaron Rodgers.
Being Aaron's best friend for years now, I've seen this much hope, and I've seen it go out the window so many times.
Hmm. And that's probably what they'll do to me. That's probably what they'll do to me. But last week should have been the storybook ending, because it should have been if things were going to go bad, it should have happened last week, because you're playing a 1-14 Jacksonville team with Mike Glennon as their quarterback, who you signed to take over your team 3 years ago. That was the storybook ending to this train wreck of a season.
No, the storybook ending is the Packers smashing the shit out of them like they normally.
But see, we've all seen that before, so I'm
We're gonna
I'm
see it
already prepared for
again.
that.
It'll be another
We're gonna
fourth
see it
down
again.
play at the end of the game.
Aaron, here's
Randall
what you
Cobb's gonna come somewhere out of nowhere.
just to your
That was honestly one of the craziest plays that I'll always remember.
I still
any
want
game
to
where
punch
Bears
Chris
go up
Conti in the
defense were
face.
killed by the Packers, and just watch that because it's going to be the same thing.
dude,
It very well could be.
It's going to be.
I
Um,
don't think it's going to be as big of a blowout, but yeah.
Oh, it's
I
not
mean,
going to be
I
a
think the
massive blowout, but it's still going to be like 31-17, 31-21, 31-24. It's going to be 30-20 something.
I learned my lesson last week. I'm not choosing against my Packers again.
The Packers
Yeah,
just did suffer a
stupid.
huge loss though yesterday. David Bakhtiari is gone.
Yeah.
Feared that he tore his ACL. So
Hopefully, a
that
quick recovery
sucks
there,
so
but
much.
especially because he just signed that contract too. That's how it always
Yeah.
happens.
I would say that this could be an easier game for the Bears, but Green Bay's still fighting for that number 1 seed, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
So
The Green Bay
win.
has to win or Saints lose, right?
mhm,
Yeah.
yep. Here's the crazy thing.
Not
Here's the
Saints, Seattle.
Seattle, sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah. Here's the crazy thing though. If Chicago wins and gets in, and Green Bay loses that number 1 seed, do you know who Chicago faces?
Green Bay.
Green
This time
Bay.
up at
And they
Lambeau.
lose 2 weeks,
Yeah,
and
it's
then
going to
they
be up
lose
at
again.
Lambeau. So yeah,
Hey, at least you
Um,
could get into the playoffs before the Packers smoke you.
yeah, it's true. It is
Yeah.
true. We'll get
It's
to
still
the
just losing the
we'll get
wild
to
card round. You'll
yeah.
lose week 18 instead of 17.
we'll get to that potential game here in just a few games here.
Oh,
Las Vegas travels to Denver. Oh, by the way, everybody's picking Green Bay besides me, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So yeah, Las Vegas travels to Denver.
I'm gonna go Vegas.
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 Yeah, I'll go
I'm
Vegas
so
too.
indifferent on that game. Sorry.
Vegas is outstanding against garbage teams.
Yeah.
Except for the Jets.
There's no really implications there. Everybody's been eliminated. It's draft position game. I'll take the Raiders too. Jacksonville at Indianapolis. Indianapolis still fighting for that last wild card spot, as we've noted before.
Indy.
They're fighting for the division.
This is true.
Who?
Yeah. The if the Colts win and the Titans lose.
Oh, I was like, Jacksonville's fighting for the division. They're the number 1 pick.
No.
Yeah,
No,
they
but
added a ninth
Indianapolis
division.
It's just the 9th division is just like the Lions, the Jaguars, the Jets, and the Bengals. That's it.
All right.
And yet still would
Tyler-
probably be the NFC East champion this year.
Tyler's got that look on his face like he's gonna pick the Jaguars.
I am.
There's no way
Jesus
they win
fucking
this game.
Christ.
They're not starting their number 1 player. They're not starting any of their like top people. So
Yeah, but Philip Rivers tends to lose when it matters.
It's at home against a 1-15 team.
Philip Rivers tends to lose when it matters.
Mike Glennon.
Philip Rivers tends to lose when it matters.
Philip Rivers has had a fucking 16-year career.
Cool. What?
Mike
How many
Glennon,
championships?
I don't
does he
even
have?
need to
Glennon has
explain.
had a 16
How many
team
championships does he
career.
have?
1 less than Aaron Rodgers.
Okay, perfect. None.
He's been to the AFC Championship, I think, just as many times.
No.
Actually, when I think about it.
Well, Rodgers has never been to the AFC
'Cause
championship.
You have to consider like early Philip Rivers was in that AFC Championship game like every year.
Well, that's because of LT. That doesn't get. Don't give that to Rivers.
I'm giving it.
He's still
you
quarterback the
you
You
team.
can't say that. You can't
Yeah.
be like Rivers
but
sucks and he
it's gonna
hasn't
be-
been there. But, oh, well, you did go, but that was because of somebody else. No, if Philip Rivers has been a.
This is
top
America. I can do what I want.
every year of his career, outside of like maybe 2 or 3. The guy at one point was in the conversation of being one of the best in the NFL. Period. And he has played his entire year with nothing, or his entire career with nothing around him, like
But,
at all.
you know,
outside of-
just let him pick Jacksonville. He's picking Cincinnati. He's
Yeah.
picking Jacksonville. If he wants to be the
And
TJ
he
of
picked the
last
Jets.
of this week, yeah.
yeah, like you do you, buddy. But I don't see any way this is happening, especially with James Robinson out, because that's the only thing that made Jacksonville go.
Is James Robinson sitting out again this week?
Yeah, they're not
Yeah.
playing.
Tyler, you
Um,
can trash talk all you want if Jacksonville pulls
Yeah,
this off.
If
but
Jacksonville wins, I will let you do a fucking video and just berate me for 20 minutes if you want. Like you do you, but
we'll give you the around the horn 30 seconds of face.
I honestly hope
face time.
Jacksonville
I like
does
it.
because I want Cleveland to get in.
All right, moving on. Los Angeles Chargers at the Chiefs. Chiefs probably going to be resting a lot of people in this game.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go Chargers.
Chargers. It's a meaningless
Uh,
game. So
And
I'll
there's
go Chiefs.
I'll
still
go
think
Chiefs. Yeah, I'll go
Yeah.
Chiefs with you, Grant.
I mean, for where me and Tyler are coming from is that the Chiefs aren't starting like anybody.
Anybody, yeah.
Mr.
And
Chad,
I'm coming from. I
Jacksonville
still think the
quarterback.
Chargers are trash.
All right. So then the other potential game in the NFC here, the Cardinals travel to the Rams. Cardinals need a win to help their chances to get in. A loss by them puts the Bears in, as well as the Rams too. The Rams are going to be without Jared Goff and Cooper Kupp for this game too. and it did look like Kyler Murray had was on the injury report the other day too. I thought I saw.
Yeah, he's got a lower leg injury.
Yeah.
Is what I saw. I'm assuming it's something like ankle or something.
Kyler, you look confused.
I don't know who to pick now because everyone's injured.
Mm-hmm.
It's fucking.
Who is it? John Wolford is going to be the Rams quarterback.
Yep. John Wolford's the Rams quarterback. He didn't do too bad in the
John
one
Murray's
game
good
I
to
saw him
go.
play in.
Full practice the last 2 days.
And then the Cardinals backup. I can't remember his last name. It was a really weird one.
Doesn't matter. Kyler Murray's playing.
Yeah.
Is he? Okay.
No, if he's playing, I'm going Cardinals.
Yeah, Kyler Murray had a leg injury, but he had a full practice Thursday and Wednesday.
Okay.
So I'm gonna go Cardinals.
I'm going Rams.
It's because you want the Cardinals to lose to the Bears again.
Well, not just that, but I mean, like you got a quarterback the Cardinals probably don't know anything about.
Larry Fitz might not be playing though.
Yeah. But a Rams team that I don't know how good they are with Jared Goff on the lineup too, because they go as he goes. If he's not playing well, that whole team's not playing well. And I still think they have one of the best defenses in the league too, and it is a home game for them too. So
for sure. That being said, I'm going Cardinals as well.
Okay. Everybody else on the Cardinals but me? All right. Fair enough.
But I always like to watch the wide receiver cornerback battles. Hopkins versus Ramsey is going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah. That should be another good matchup. All right. Staying in that division, Seattle travels to San Francisco. Seattle's already locked into the playoffs. They're just fighting for seeding.
Mm-hmm.
Who do you guys like here?
San Francisco, fuck Seattle.
So I was gonna say the same thing.
Seattle.
I'm gonna go Seattle too.
So the Seahawks need both the Saints and the Packers to lose in order to go, but they also need to win.
Yeah. All right. Speaking of the Saints, they travel to Carolina. This should be a pretty easy one for them. I'm obviously going to go Saints here as well.
Yes. Is Kamara's out?
Kamara is out. He
could
was
really play spoiler here.
I'm saying Carolina. With Kamara being out, Michael Thomas is still out. They don't really have much.
Yeah,
that's true.
I'm going Panthers. Yeah.
Grant, you're going Panthers too?
I'm going Panthers.
All right. Fair enough. Yeah. New Orleans is without a lot of people. Kamara was just placed on the COVID list too. So yeah. But you never count out a team that's fighting for a playoff spot or positioning for that matter too.
With Kamara being out, I wonder if they're going to use Taysom Hill a bit.
I would expect them to.
I would think they would.
Yeah. Use a lot of him and Latavius Murray, right?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. 2 more games here in the AFC. Tennessee goes to Houston. Tennessee still fighting for that last spot and the division as well. With the
Tennessee
Colts.
wins.
Even though Houston could play spoiler, I don't think
could.
they will. Even after JJ Watt gave that fucking impassioned speech. Did y'all see that last week?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's a dude that loves football right there.
That's a dude that's tired of losing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he deserves to be on a much better team. So where do we're all going Tennessee?
I'm going Tennessee.
All right. And then
it might be where we actually get to see the Derrick Henry show that we all thought we were going to see last week.
Which I'm glad we didn't see last week.
Dude, I was so shocked by that. Like
last week it was the AJ Dillon show.
Yeah.
Once I saw,
it reminds me so much of Amon Green, man. The way, like, his body type.
Oh my god, it was beautiful.
Once I saw the snowstorm going on up there, I knew that Derrick Henry was not about to rip off 300.
AJ Dillon ran like an angry bowling ball.
How about the best run of that game though, coming from Tannehill?
Yeah.
Everyone always forgets Tannehill played wide receiver in college. Like, he's fast.
Yeah.
He's fast.
The fact that people just get confused because they don't use him like they do like Lamar Jackson and other mobile quarterbacks. They use him as a drop back passer.
It's because they don't need
He's
to.
fast. Yeah.
Well, yeah, that's the thing. Like, if they had done the read option, which I mean they still may do, like come the playoffs, if they use him with read option with Henry, like how the hell are you going to defend that? just doing RPOs and stuff too, like, which I know
Cry.
they do quite a bit of.
You cry a lot.
I mean,
That's all you
yeah.
can do.
But no,
right.
it was awesome seeing AJ Dillon. Just now we know it feels a lot like 2010 when the Packers won the Super Bowl. Just having a fresh new running back coming in and almost having a 3-headed monster.
Yeah.
Because James Starks was a huge reason the Packers got the touchdown.
Oh yeah.
We may have a new James Starks of like riding him in there.
Which would be awesome. I mean, we already have
Yeah.
Jones, we have Williams, who are two well-established backs with the Packers. Bring in AJ Dillon. You have Devontae Adams who's going off, MVS who's going off.
Here's the thing.
If they can use Tavon Austin,
You're
I
not
mean,
gonna use Jamal Williams. That's the thing. Is you're not going to use two of the same kind of back if you're going to really, if the coaching staff is buying into Corey Dillon, or
AJ Dillon.
Thank you, my bad. If they're buying into AJ Dillon, then he's going to be number 2, and you're not going to have Jamal Williams get as many touches. Just
no, but if you can keep them fresh and rotate them out,
rotate them.
yeah.
let's just do it high school style and rotate them every play.
Yeah, that would be huge in the playoffs to have a 3-headed
that
rushing
long
attack like
plays.
that. Yeah.
I just did want to go over that because yes, I love seeing what we saw out of Dillon this week.
It was beautiful.
Right. One game left here, and like I stated earlier, this has potential for division champion and playoff spot. Washington at Philadelphia. If Washington loses this game, the winner of the Dallas Giants game will be division champ and the playoffs here.
Is Alex Smith playing?
Don't think so. It's probably going to be Taylor Heineke again.
Are the Eagles playing?
This
Alex
is
Smith might play. He did not practice Wednesday, but he had limited practice both yesterday and today. So he might play.
two funny things here. One, this is the Sunday night game, so this is the marquee primetime game. Two, on NFL.com, and a little side note, it just says football team clinches NFC East with win.
What?
Just football team. No way. I thought a soccer team was going to win.
A couple things to note about Philly is that Philly has said that they're not going to clinch the division in Philly, but they're also likely going to be benching Miles Sanders, Deshaun Jackson, Dallas Goedert, Jordan Mailata, Derek Barnett, and Fletcher Cox.
Who the hell is Goddard?
Dallas Goddard.
Goddard?
Yeah, is it
Yeah.
Goedert? Is it Goddard?
It's
Whatever.
Goddard.
I thought it was French, honestly.
No, it's
Go
Goddard.
there. Go there.
Well, Goddard.
His was the best pick of all time. I think I've said it on the on this show before, but his like actual draft pick was amazing. That was the can't remember who the fuck the kicker was.
Oh, it's David Akers, right?
David Akers.
Yeah,
I
in
wanted
Cowboy
to say
Stadium.
him
Yeah.
in Dallas, like just
Yeah.
a giant F you to him. That was amazing.
Yeah.
Sorry, I just anytime Dallas Goddard comes up, we're gonna talk about it.
All right. Who we going here, boys, though?
Washington football team.
Washington for Tyler. I'm also going to go Washington. Well,
Well, Washington.
yeah.
I'm gonna go Washington, but like my ideal scenario would be them losing and the Giants Cowboys. If they went ahead and tied, that would be amazing too.
Just
Yeah.
really fuck things up.
That'd be
Yeah.
so fucked up. Like, you know what? You guys couldn't get things right. We're just going to let one more other team come into the playoffs.
No, I think what's gonna happen is like the Cowboys or the Giants, one of them, whoever wins, they're gonna win convincingly. They're gonna be all pumped up,
Right?
and then Washington's gonna come out and just blow out the Eagles and make them cry.
All righty. So with our final picks of this regular season done, we are going to move on to, do you guys want to do trivia first, or do you want to do our
Let's do our
season
award
awards?
winners.
Award
Season
winners? Okay. So we're going to give out who we think should win the main season awards here. Let's start with the rookies. Offensive Rookie of the Year. Who do you guys like for this?
Gotta go Justin Herbert. It was really it's between him and Tua, and just I've been liking more what I've seen out of Herbert.
The fuck you mean it's between him and Tua?
It's not between him and Tua.
Yeah, if it's like I can buy into the Justin Herbert pick, but Tua's played like 4 games
Yeah.
all year, and he's been benched in like 2 of them. If anything,
Never mind. That's who I was debating between them. Fuck off.
Who is not
Yeah, I
even.
did actually forget about the benching with Fitzmagic. I did forget about that.
Did you forget that he didn't play all year too?
I don't watch a lot of Dolphins games, bro.
Fucking
I do see the good. It's to me, it's a 2-person race. It's between Justin Herbert and Justin Jefferson.
Justin Jefferson.
I'm taking Justin Jefferson on this. Yeah, Herbert's broken the touchdown records. He's thrown for 4,000 yards, but this is something we've consistently seen over the last few years from high pick quarterbacks that play a whole season. Pretty much, they put up numbers like this. It's what they're expected to do. We haven't seen production like this from a rookie receiver in quite some time.
It's Randy Moss.
Let alone breaking Randy Moss's rookie records. So I really would love to see Justin Jefferson win this.
I hate that he's with Minnesota, but yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I'm taking Jefferson for the offensive rookie of the year.
I have nobody you guys picked.
Who do you have?
I have James Robinson from Jacksonville. Dudes that ran for over 1,000 yards and it's
Undrafted free agent. I like it.
undrafted free agent comes in. Now, don't get me wrong. Like Justin Herbert and Justin Jefferson are in the conversation with James Robinson. I just don't think anybody's a clear number one, though Justin Jefferson, I think, has the edge over Herbert. But James Robinson, I mean, 1,300 or 1,400 total yards, 10 total touchdowns in a rookie season when he was undrafted. That's pretty damn good for me.
Oh, yeah.
So TJ's saying James Robinson. Grant, you're going with Herbert.
Yeah.
Tyler, who did you say you're going with?
Jefferson.
Jefferson. All right.
Yep.
All right. What about defensive rookie of the year? I feel like this is a no-brainer.
Yeah.
I think Chase Young is running away with this award.
Yeah.
There might be a couple.
I was on Chase Young also. So
I'm not
TJ?
going. I'm going Patrick Queen.
He would be
100
the only other one. Yeah.
100 total tackles, 3 sacks, 2 forced fumbles, 2 fumble recoveries, 1 interception. He's been doing it all and has been doing it like they don't miss Ray Lewis in that middle of that lineup. Like he has been outstanding. And I think you're right, though. It's between Chase Young and it's between Patrick Queen.
The other long shot is Antoine Winfield Jr. out of Tampa Bay. He's had a really good season too.
Lost a lot of steam in the past few weeks because they've gotten burned deep. But my problem with Chase Young as the MVP or the defensive player of the year is he only has 6.5 sacks. That's my one knock on him, is that if you're going to go and give it over a guy like Queen, who has done everything he has this year on every level of the defense, you have to at least have double-digit sacks. But without him, that defense isn't as good in Washington.
All right, fair enough. What about, before we get into some of the other player of the year, I feel like this isn't even a question. Comeback player of the year.
Alex Smith.
Alex Smith.
Alex Smith, without a doubt, right? Yeah.
Alex Smith didn't have to play a single down this
Yep.
season, and he ran away with this award.
Right.
Just by the fact that he was ready to dress. All right.
All right. Moving on here.
You doing coach of the year? Or?
Coach of the year. Yeah, let's do coach of the year.
I'm going to go Brian Flores for Miami.
I totally agree with you on that. I think it's Brian Flores. He turned that team around. Even if they missed the playoffs, taking them from a 5-win team to a 10-win team who finished last in their division last year to second in their division this year.
Who's the head coach of Buffalo? That's what I'm
Marrone?
taking. I'm taking him. Doug Marrone. Yeah, I'm taking Doug Marrone.
Doug Marrone. Okay.
Bringing the first thing to Buffalo since '95.
It's Sean McDermott.
McDermott. That's right.
Oh, okay.
Marrone was the last one there. Yeah.
All right. Yeah, whoever's in Buffalo, that's what I'm taking.
The only reason I didn't go that is because they were successful last year too.
Doug Marrone is the head coach of the Jaguars.
That's where, yeah.
That's right. Okay.
He went with Coughlin and that little brain trust to go win 2 games.
Yeah.
I just want to point this out that you went and got 2-time Super Bowl winner Tom Coughlin. He went out and got his dream team of coaches and everything to put together a 2-14 record.
All right. Grant, who do you like for coach of the year?
Oh, it's obvious. Adam Gase. Brian Flores.
I think it's coach of the year worthy that he has a job still.
Right.
Yeah, right. The only other guys that really, you could throw Matt LaFleur in there, but again, they had the
I
success from
wanted
last
to.
season.
I wanted to so bad, but I couldn't do it with my actual heart.
I think the only other person you could throw in there would be Bruce Arians, but he was kind of expected to do good
Yeah.
this year. But the job that Brian Flores has done in Miami is just outstanding. So.
It really is.
All right. Offensive player of the year. Now, this typically doesn't mean they're going to be the MVP. It's just who you think's been the best offensive production player of the year. So, offensive player of the year for you guys.
I'm gonna go Dalvin Cook.
I'm going Derrick Henry.
Ooh, yeah.
Damn, that's not the ones I thought you were gonna go.
Right. I'm going Alvin Kamara. Dude's put up over 700 receiving yards.
If Alvin Kamara or Derrick Henry won the award, I wouldn't even be the slightest bit salty.
Kamara, with his performance last week, he's got 16 touchdowns on the season now. I just think in the rushing and receiving game.
Touchdown performance.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go Kamara too.
Okay.
Like Cook was my guy until we got 16 touchdown Kamara here.
I'm going with Henry because they still have to play one more game, and Henry's going to put up like 200 yards again. Like it's
fair enough.
Yeah.
Grant.
I'm going Devontae Adams.
Devontae Adams, solid. That's a solid
not a
pick.
bad
Yeah.
choice at
I
all.
wouldn't be mad if there's so many.
I thought for sure that's who Tyler was gonna go.
I thought about it, but Derrick Henry is just
Packard
been
skill position
phenomenal.
Love.
Yeah.
They really don't.
Yeah.
Devontae Adams, also the newest member of the Madden 99 club.
Yeah.
I know I shit on him and Rogers last week, but they did help secure me at least a third place finish in fantasy this year. Speaking of a side note on that too, congrats to Tyler for going back to back. He did win. The 6
Alvin
touchdowns
Kamara.
from fucking Kamara didn't help.
Yeah.
Only helped a little bit, but
Yeah.
all right.
Right.
Defensive player of the
Well,
year.
actually, here I wanted to get you guys' opinion on it. I thought for sure Tyler was going Devontae Adams. My backup was actually going to be Travis Kelce. Dude is having
Dark
an
horse. Dark
insane,
horse there, yeah.
Tight end.
You don't hear as much about him because of all the other stars on that team.
Yeah,
Mhm.
but I mean, still.
But you're right. He is doing amazing.
Well, here, give me 1 sec here.
Okay.
I want to actually pull up some stats.
Are his stats better than Robert Tonyan's though?
Yeah. He
Yes.
led. He's up near the lead
Okay,
in
so
receiving
Talking about
yards.
Travis Kelce.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I was
Travis
just
Kelce's
gonna
like
say.
1,400 yards. And
Oh
like,
shit.
Yeah. He's
11
there was
touchdowns.
just an article on like ESPN or NFL.com that Travis Kelce did himself a disservice by taking top tight end money instead of wide receiver money.
Yeah.
Because his stats are wide receiver money.
Mhm.
Like
Well,
he's
so-
gotten more yards and touchdowns than like DeAndre Hopkins and
What's his stats, Grant? I know you got him up right now.
So he's he's 43 yards behind Stephon Diggs for the league total.
Yeah.
Damn.
Mhm.
Yeah, he's at 14, 416. He's got 11 tuds and
call him Tuds.
tuds.
Studies.
That's what they're called. But yeah,
Yeah.
I would love to see him get some playing time this week to like be the first tight end to ever lead the league in receiving yards. But I don't necessarily see it happening.
There's no real incentive for him to do it. He's already
Oh.
signed a contract.
Yeah.
It's not going to do anything for his,
All
I
right.
mean, if he's going to go out and be the number one tight end of all time, it's not going to be because he led the NFL in receiving 1 year.
Yeah.
Because of everything else he's done.
All right. 2 more awards here. Defensive player of the year.
I'm going last.
You're going last?
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm not a bit queued up for it.
Okay. I am going with TJ Watt. I think
That's what I'm going.
yeah.
PJ Watt.
He's just been playing outstanding this year. He's kind of anchored that whole Pittsburgh defense. Pretty much the defense helped them
I
get to
think
that
Tyler
undefeated
Higbee
streak.
for
So
a battle on whether or not to go with Aaron Donald here.
Yeah, that's what I was wondering. If you
Because
were,
I'm like, he's been preaching Aaron Donald all year, and like now everyone's like, he's like, oh yeah, TJ Watt plays.
Yeah.
It's kind of like the look he has on his face.
No, I was gonna say Miles Garrett.
yeah, is
All right.
Tyler, you're saying Miles Garrett?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, maybe Watt.
You're going TJ Watt too. Okay. Nice. Like the sound bit. All right. And then
I think
finally,
you're probably actually gonna have to edit that out now that I think about it, because copyright.
It was within a couple of seconds. You're fine.
yeah,
All right,
that's
cool.
fine. All right. And then finally, probably going to be the most debated one we have here, MVP.
You know who I'm going. It's no fucking question who I'm going.
Sam Darnold.
Oh,
Yeah,
100%.
Sam Darnold.
It's unanimous.
Robert Cunningham.
Baker Mayfield.
Johnny Manziel.
Kirk Cousins. Hey, Johnny
Ryan
Manziel,
Leaf.
professional football guys.
Joffrey
saw he's coming back.
Reynolds. Joffrey Reynolds, running back, Calgary Stampeders. Yeah.
No,
A-Rod is like, so Patrick Mahomes, as good as he is this year. And I'm sorry, Tyler, you didn't get a chance to say yours. Go ahead.
I was actually gonna say, I'm gonna say Aaron Rodgers. My second is actually Josh Allen.
Yeah.
Mhm.
With the numbers he's putting up there, with what he's doing with the team taking over that division, pretty much. That's my second, but Aaron Rodgers, he's got it.
My problem is that Josh Allen at points in this year has been bad. And Patrick Mahomes, even in his worst games, somehow still finds a way to be exceptional. And the same with Aaron Rodgers. The difference is that Aaron Rodgers has been way more protective of the football. And he has far less on his offense to work with. I think honestly, the Packers are the best team in the NFL. I said this on Facebook a few weeks ago. I mean, I was drunk when I put it up there, but I still put it up there, and I'm going to stand by it. But the Packers are the better version of the Chiefs all across the board. Tyreek Hill is not in the same category as Devontae Adams. Clyde Edwards-Helaire is not in the same category as Aaron Jones. Patrick Mahomes is slightly worse than Aaron Rodgers, though. And Aaron Rodgers is, in my opinion, the best quarterback talent in the NFL. Patrick Mahomes could still get there and could pass him very easily, but he's still – it's hard for you to say, oh, yeah, he surpassed Aaron Rodgers when Aaron Rodgers is putting up these kind of numbers. Defensively, I think the Packers are just slightly better. Aaron Rodgers is my MVP for sure.
And I am going to agree with everybody else. Yeah, it's for what he's had to work with. I mean, Patrick Mahomes has already set the bar so high for himself that even when he doesn't, even if he does perform like to what his standard is, it's like you expect that of him. He hasn't done anything, exceptionally well or different than he had in the years past. Whereas Rodgers hasn't had options to work with this year.
The thing is, like, Patrick Mahomes could have put up the exact same stats in the exact same games as he did last year, and I think it would have been good enough for an MVP this year. The problem is Aaron Rodgers has played so good with so little on his team. The Chiefs have more offensively, technically. Yes, Tyreek Hill is not in the same category as Devontae Adams, but as good as Robert
look at their
this year,
third compared to our second wide receiver.
Yeah, you go Sammy Watkins and Hardman are both better than the number 2 and number 3 receivers on every day. And then if you are high if you're putting Tanyan even in 3 categories near.
I didn't realize how good Kelsey was doing this year. I know Tanyan's done 10 touchdowns.
I mean,
putting up points.
10 touchdowns. Kelsey could have 5 touchdowns, and I'm still going Kelsey because Kelsey is the type of tight end that you have to game plan for.
True.
Tanyan is a guy that is a piece of that Packers offense, and Aaron Rodgers does not have a lot of weapons he trusts. So that's why Tanyan gets the looks. Kelsey is just a monster.
Yeah.
Tanyan could be that good. Don't get me wrong. It's just 1 year out of this guy. I can't say.
Right. No, and I understand that completely.
Like, if you have a great, excellent, above everybody else that's ever played the game, like those kind of categories, you're putting Tanyan 6 to 7 categories below Travis Kelsey. Even with 10 touchdowns, which is scary.
I like how we all went unanimous for Aaron Rodgers. That makes you feel good in the heart.
You're a stupid Chicago fan.
Yeah, well, I got to give him credit where credit's due.
Stupid Raiders fan.
Well, when we were watching the games this Sunday, we were talking about how seeing Mahomes kind of struggle a little bit against the Falcons. Like, that team was 17-14.
He struggled against the Broncos, too.
Guys.
What?
28-7.
What?
In your stupid game.
Notre Dame, Alabama, it's 28-7.
Oh.
What other game do you think I'm shouting out scores for?
Manchester
Well, no, that's
United
what I was
versus
saying.
Chelsea.
I thought you were trying to correct me on the score of the other one. Whatever.
Like, I was not wrong. I have it right here. Sorry. I just minimized the page I was on, and then it popped up, and it's 28-7.
I
yeah,
know
what-
I have it up.
What about the Falcons game, Grant?
Oh yeah. So we were talking about how the Mahomes kind of struggling against the Falcons, and then having Rodgers come out and do what he did Sunday, that had to seal the MVP.
Rodgers
Yeah.
had just a day and a
It-
half against Tennessee. He had
Dude.
fun.
It was beautiful watching what he was doing with Devontae Adams. Like the catch on the sideline where as the ball is coming in, Devontae Adams just goes like this with his hands, and the ball is just fucking there, and the defender had no idea the ball was there. Like
It's
that was a clinic that we saw on Sunday. That was
Aaron Rodgers was the conductor, and that orchestra played flawlessly. It was beautiful.
yeah,
So
All right. Just for shits and giggles, I didn't really write it down, but I know this is something that gets given away too. What was your play of the year? I already know what mine is.
The Hail Mary.
Hail Mary,
with Hopkins.
Yeah. which we
Yeah,
never
yeah.
really talked about, but that was exceptional. Like,
that was
Yeah.
phenomenal. Through three
Well,
players.
Yeah, did you hear Murray talking about it afterwards? He was like, I didn't know where I was throwing it, but I figured Hopkins would find
yeah,
it.
he said, "Shit, D Hop's down there somewhere."
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, I don't think there's any other play come to mind other than that this year. I
No.
don't think so.
There's been a bunch of good plays, but nothing nearly as dramatic.
Daniel Jones tripping after like a 72-yard run.
Right?
That was
Can you give him
beautiful.
a Razzie for that?
Beautiful tackle attempt.
Like, we need to come up with a Razzie award for best play of the game or the year,
Yeah.
and that goes to Daniel Jones tripping
Daniel
over
Jones.
his fucking feet.
Yeah.
He just lost steam. He's like, oh fuck, I can't do this.
There's a difference between losing steam and just tripping over nothing. He's like, oh shit.
He got the speed
Alright.
wobbles.
All right. So we're gonna move on to our trivia this week. I'm gonna do things a little bit different. We're not
Oh.
doing the college thing this week. I just have 5 trivia questions for you.
Thank
I thought that would be fun to do something a little
okay.
different. So, if you guys are ready, I'll kick it off here. So, my first question for you guys: who holds the record for longest touchdown run by a quarterback?
Professional, right?
Professional, yes. Yep. This is all NFL questions.
Spelling doesn't count, right?
No, I
know-
don't give a shit about spelling. Yeah.
I know I'm wrong, but I really want to do a shout out to the original OG of the. Well, not the original, because you did have Fred Tarkington, I guess. But
Yeah. When y'all are ready, I think Tyler's still
No, I'm good.
looking. You good? Grant, did you throw something down?
Yeah.
Who do we got? He just says
Kaepernick.
Cunningham, Kaepernick. Look at Tyler go. It is Terrell Pryor, 93 yards. He
forgot
replaced-
he did
as
play
the Raiders.
quarterback for Vegas
That's
for the Raiders for a minute.
But Kaepernick and Cunningham both have, I think, 80+ yard runs, so they're up on that list too.
And
So
they probably both came against the Packers.
I'm telling you, get me away
Alright.
from those colleges and stuff. I can
Yeah.
actually answer questions.
all right. So Tyler got one here. Who was the first athlete or NFL player to appear on the cover of Madden? For the first part of Madden's existence, it was just John Madden on the cover. Who was the
Right.
first player to be featured on the cover? You guys are thinking back now, huh? Aren't you? Like TJ's got it.
I'm probably wrong.
See, you can see
I
in his
took a break from like Madden 98 to like Madden 2006, so I'm guessing here.
I'm trying to think. Like,
Really making you think back to your childhood, huh?
well, I only had, I think Madden 03 was the first one I ever owned.
I have no idea. Son of a bitch. All right.
I wrote it down, but then I had to check Snapchat, so I think I lost it. But I'll say it after everyone else.
Okay. All right.
I'm trying to remember if this is the right guy.
Tyler,
Jamal and
Grant says Jamal
Eddie
Anderson. Tyler says Steve McNair. TJ, who did you have?
Eddie George.
TJ is correct. It is
Yeah.
Eddie George.
I was gonna go Anderson or Steve McNair. I couldn't remember which one.
It's
Yeah.
Eddie George in
Steve McNair was
2001.
2003.
McNair was never on the cover.
Was he not?
Wasn't
I don't believe he was. Culpepper was.
That might
Grant
be what I'm thinking about his Culpepper.
McNair was no
06 was McNabb. That might be who you're thinking of, Steve, Donovan McNabb. Marshall
yeah,
Falk was 03. Vic was
Vince Young.
04.
I was thinking Vince
Lewis
Young.
was 05.
Vince Young was the Oiler
Yeah.
that was on there.
was
07
thinking
was Sean Alexander. 08 was Vince Young.
I thought it was. Oh, yeah.
Brett Favre was 09, I believe.
Yes, he was.
Yep.
2010 was
Drew
the split.
Brees.
No,
No.
it was the split.
Nope, it was Drew
Yeah, when you
Brees.
could get the Packer cover.
Madden
with
11 was the Steelers and Cardinals, Palomalo and Fitzgerald.
Oh, was it?
And then Peyton Hillis was on
Was-
2012. Yeah,
I'm
Alright.
pretty sure the combo was 15.
No,
no,
it was
number 11.
because the Super Bowl happened when I was in Florida in 09. 2009 is when the Super Bowl happened, which makes it the 2010 edition because Favre was the 2009 edition.
That was for the 20th year.
Actually, so we are wrong. I just Googled it.
What?
1999, or rather the game that came out in 1998, hold on, had John Madden and Garrison Hurst on it. So Garrison Hurst was the first football player to be.
That's what I saw, but I'm going solely because most,
Alone, then,
alone it was Eddie George. Yeah,
Barry Sanders in 2000 with Dorsey Levens and.
yeah, no, yeah, because there was like people behind Madden on there. Yeah,
So
Wow.
2000, you're right. 2010 was Troy Polamalu and Larry Fitzgerald. Then it was Drew Brees. Then it was just then
Peyton
Good.
Hillis was in 2012.
in that fucking cover.
Yep. That's why they don't do a fan vote anymore.
Right.
And Calvin Johnson, Barry Sanders, and Adrian Peterson. That's the one I was thinking of. Was
Yep.
Adrian?
Because that was Madden 25. Yeah.
25.
Yeah.
All right. Moving on here. Got a few more questions. How many Heisman Trophy winners are in the Hall of Fame?
Do we have to get exact, or are we doing Prices Right rules? Like,
We'll see. If
No,
nobody has, if
give me
nobody,
an answer.
just
if-
if I can
if-
get a range,
I want to know: am I going to guess it directly, or am I guessing to win the
if
event? So-
nobody gets it exact, I'll give it to who's ever closest. Don't worry about going over anything.
Okay, then I'm putting a slash in for my Price is Right answer. Because remember, you can't go over.
I'm ready.
Oh, you can go over. I don't give a shit.
3, and then my 1 is my Price is Right answer.
Grant, yours isn't in focus.
I want to know, Tyler, 34. Where'd you get the number from?
Tyler says 34. Grant says 26.
I mean, the league's been around since 1919, and there's been how many Heisman Award winners?
Right.
Well, the first Heisman Trophy was given out in 1926. Or
Okay, so
36.
1926 to 2020. At
True.
least a third of them probably made the Hall
Right.
of Fame.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
tell you, TJ is 6 off. This is 9.
I was
9.
going to do 11 and then
9.
Price is Right rules, and I was like,
They are. Let me list them: O.J. Simpson, Roger Staubach, Paul Hornig, Doak Walker, Earl
Hornig.
Campbell, Tony Dorsett, Barry Sanders, Marcus Allen, and Tim Brown.
I think the thing that throws us off is most Heisman Trophy winners
Don't
do
have
them
successful.
and
No.
have not since like they started coming in. Although we are probably going to see Charles Woodson in the Hall of Fame.
I was just gonna
Yep.
say, Charles,
Oh, that'll be a 10
Woodson will probably be in. Derrick Henry's on a course right now too.
if he
was
keeps it up.
Adrian
Yeah.
not, Heisman?
AP, I don't think
Heisman.
so. Derrick Henry
Troy-
did, yes.
Derrick Henry won it. AP did not.
I think
Yeah.
the year AP would have
I
won it,
think
Troy
he finished,
Smith
like,
won it that
second,
year.
third. I'm pretty sure like Adrian Peterson for like two years, I believe, was like second to like Matt Leinart and Vince Young, and then I think he was second to like somebody else.
Troy Smith, I thought it was 1 year.
It might have been Troy Smith.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hey.
Heisman
He did.
success.
He was the nominee in 2004, which was who won it that year? Was it Troy Smith in 2004? I don't think. It
No,
was
Troy
that.
Smith was 2008.
I think that might have been Matt Leinart or Reggie Bush that year.
Yeah, that might have been
Reggie
the one
Bush
he
was
had to give back.
2005.
What?
2005, I'm pretty sure it was Bush. But
Yeah, if AP did win it, he probably would be in the Hall of Fame too at some point.
It was Matt Leonard.
all right.
Well, no,
All
I
right.
was asking about Troy Aikman. Didn't he? Or is he in the Hall of Fame? I can't remember.
Don't think Troy Aikman ever won a Heisman.
Really? I thought he did.
Yeah, there's a lot of people that you knew were good in college, but that just didn't have win the
Yeah.
Heisman. Yeah,
True.
Well,
you got to think all those great
Doesn't matter.
quarterbacks that came out in that '83 draft. Like only one of them could have won the Heisman. So,
yeah, that's true.
That makes sense.
but I mean, you got to remember guys like Gino Torretta and Chris Winkie and Jason White,
And Tim Tebow.
guys like that won Heisman trophies. So,
Okay, that makes sense. All right, what's the
All right.
next question?
next question here. All right. This is according to Pro Football Reference. So this is kind of like the IMDb for NFL stats. Who holds the single season points scored record?
Spelled that name way wrong.
Yeah,
Whenever you're ready, Grant. Show them.
Adam Vinatieri.
Vinatieri,
I got
Anderson?
Steven Gostowski.
I have
you
Morton
are
Anderson.
all wrong. It is
Is it
not a
Gary
kicker.
Anderson?
It is not
Who
a
is it?
kicker. This is LaDainian Tomlinson.
That makes sense.
All right, yeah, I'll give it to you.
186
like
points.
30 touchdowns one year.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he went off.
Yep. 100.
Okay.
I believe after him, the next like 5 spots are like kickers. So yeah.
Right.
I think I might be right for most points in playoffs with Morton
You
Anderson.
could be. It's either Morton or
it might be
Gary.
Gary
It
Anderson,
might
though,
be
that's
Gary.
the thing.
Yeah.
You
All
Googled
right.
the wrong thing. Is that what-
All right. And then for the final question here, we are
Don't
going
be like that, DJ.
to stick with running backs. This is going to tie in with Frank Gore moved into the 3rd all-time rushing yards leader. Currently, him and Adrian Peterson are the 2 active players. They rank in the top 5. The next closest active player ranks 22nd. Who is it?
Wait, what was the question?
What?
On the NFL's all-time rushing yards list, AP and Frank Gore both rank in the top 5. The next closest active player ranks number 22nd. Who is it? I'll give you their yards. They
Yeah.
right now have 11,102.
And you said AP and
AP and Frank Gore, the top 2 active players at 3rd and 5th. The next closest is number 22.
oh, by the way, Adam Vinatieri is the number 1 in points scored in the playoffs career-wise. Number
Oh,
2 is Steven Gostkowski.
nice.
And it was Gary Anderson is the one I was thinking of.
Wait, yeah. What did you call him? Morton Anderson?
No,
Yeah.
there's 2. They were brothers. Morton
Yeah.
Anderson.
Morton and
Gary. 2 of the whitest names ever.
I forgot they were brother. Or
Gary, weren't they both from like South Africa too? Something like that, yeah.
I know who it is.
okay. Sorry, repeat the question one more time.
All right, I'll skip the Frank Gore and Adrian Peterson, but the
Yeah.
third,
Oh yeah, the top.
Okay, yeah.
The top. God, dude, I have no idea on this.
He's an active player.
Yep. The next closest active player is number 22 on the all-time rushing yards list.
Trying to think of who's active.
Yeah.
I feel like this is gonna be a fucking
By the way,
curveball,
Grant,
a
it's
trivia
31
question.
to 7 now. So yeah, this game is real close.
Oh my god.
All right. Oh, that's
Y'all suck at this.
yeah.
Though it's funny, the only reason I got this is because I thought of one player and I was like, no, he hasn't been in the league. And I was like, oh, his carbon copy that's older.
All right, we all got answers? Or Tyler, you're still writing? All right,
I'll put this one down. I don't know it, so
Mark Ingram.
Shitty McCoy.
trying to see who
Oh.
Tyler has.
Le'Veon Bell.
It is LaShawn McCoy.
Damn.
Is
I
11,102.
That's what I thought of
yards.
first was Le'Veon Bell. Then I was like, oh, wait, no, he hasn't been in the league long enough. But I bet Shitty McCoy has.
You know what's funny is the one I was going in my head was either Le'Veon Bell or Mark Ingram. So
Dude, that's you can see this crossed off
I
up
would say
here.
Mark Ingram's probably not in
That's
the top.
Le'Veon Bell.
if I remember correctly, the next like 2 active players are Bell and Ingram. So you are,
Oh.
yeah.
That's shocking to me that Ingram's even in that. fucking
He's been in the
division.
league since
Dude, he's been in there
2011.
I know, but he's
He's
never
been-
started really. He's always shared carries with everybody.
Yeah, but everybody shared carries now. Like he's
Not
just
not to that extent though. Like
But
Ingram
he's-
was never the guy.
no, but he's been on some pretty prolific
Yeah,
offense.
I mean, you got to consider he's been on Baltimore where he was heavily used. You know,
So did you guys like that better than the college thing? Because I'll try
Yes.
and find
Oh,
some
I
trivia. I'll try and
sucked it.
make some trivia questions here then. So
hey, fuck you, bud.
maybe I'll
Glad,
combine
bud.
maybe I'll combine the both. I'll give you like 2 colleges. All right. So moving on here before we wrap things up, step away from football. Any other big news in the sports world? I mean, basketball's been going
I
on.
mean, basketball's going on. You got the Wizards being
Poirier versus
0-5.
McGregor on
Yeah.
the 23rd of January, but
Yeah, you got a little bit of, you got your fighting. I mean, basketball's going on. It's still early in the season. Bucks dropped 29 threes.
Yep, NBA record 29 threes.
say.
Didn't they beat
Who
the record
needs
by like
to be
3?
Yeah, it was 26 or 27, and
Yeah. They beat that record pretty good.
fuck Steph Curry.
The Magic are undefeated.
They're the only undefeated team, the Orlando Magic.
Yeah. Other than that, not much really going on. John Morant's out for a good amount of time.
Yeah.
But they said like 5 to 6 weeks with an ankle injury. So
Mhm.
hopefully he heals quickly. But other than that, not much really going on in basketball news. What you got, Grant?
Hang on 2 seconds, guys. Yeah, you did say
Grant-
the Wizards were off to an 0-5 start.
Yep, 0-5
football.
start. Westbrook has a couple triple doubles already, and
No wins.
proving nothing, so no one cares. Westbrook sucks. What do you got, Grant, for F1?
yeah, all
Are they
that.
still racing?
No, they're done. A couple weeks ago was the last race. Lewis Hamilton, after getting his 7th championship, is going to be knighted, so that's pretty cool. Or was
That's
knighted,
awesome.
I don't know. But yeah, not just his racing, but everything he's done off the track, especially this year with racial equality and stuff. It's really cool
Makes
to see.
sense.
That
So
recognition.
does that mean like that every time like they announce his name during races,
Sir
they're gonna have
Lewis
to say Sir Lewis Hamilton?
So the commentary absolutely will. So there's been a lot of jokes on the subreddit about they actually just named the straight at Silverstone, the home of the British F1 race, or British Grand Prix, I should say. They just named it the Hamilton Straight. So you know for sure the first chance the commentator gets is gonna be Sir Hamilton down the Hamilton Straight. Or is that Sir Hamilton Straight?
Oh my
Like,
god.
it's going to be a bunch of cheesy jokes, but it means the racing's back, and I'm going to be excited.
F1 has commentary?
Yeah.
Yeah. You know,
Fuck.
maybe if you watch a race for 5 minutes, like
No,
I did,
yeah.
TJ.
No.
It's actually kind of fun.
Yeah.
You like the Raiders? They pick receivers that go fast. Same thing. They go fast.
Not you know what?
Wait, okay, but can we take a second here and just think that TJ thinks I have just been sitting here
I
watching
do.
cars
I legitimately
go
think you've just been
silently?
watching. That's why I was like, why the fuck
Silently
would you
by.
watch that? That seems boring as shit to me.
No, of
No,
course
like,
not commentary.
My
dude.
whole family's big into, or like my whole side of my dad's family's big into racing, and I'm just not.
Well,
No.
no, I mean I don't. I'll watch some NASCAR here and there. I'm not gonna say I don't, but I don't give a shit about it. I just watch
You're
the.
taking another left turn. All right, let's wrap
Yeah.
this up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. We will wrap it up here. Thank you for checking us out. We'll be back next week with our playoff predictions and big week of playoff football coming ahead. So thanks for joining us. Check us out. Don't forget to drop a like, hit the subscribe, share. As always, I'm Aaron.
TJ.
I'm Tyler.
I'm Grant.
We will see you next week.
Happy New Year.
Yeah, and Happy New Year.
Yeah,
Oh
that's
yeah,
it.
we're out of 2020. Yes,
Yeah, screw you, 2020.
we did it.